Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 31 of the Blades of Ragnarok, which originally aired live on Twitch. Let's get going. You know, we can feed our horses more easily, and obviously there's a huge swath of rich soil here. So I know Naz is backed up, so what I'm going to do is crypto... Actually, just everybody else is just going to, well, maybe not the guys that suck at it, but Thora, Arna, and Knut, maybe not Knut, will, wow, 2 for 2. Dang, lady. Got a stallion, too. So they're going to just throw down some, no, I guess Arna's harvesting, that's fine. She's okay-ish at it. But here we go. So here's our paddock of sorts. Why is Not so pissed? Oh, because you're flirting with everybody and nobody wants you because you're a potato? I know how it feels, man. I know how it feels. Feels bad. Orange Zebras. It's always Orange Zebra. He's the Jarl. What a dumb name for a Jarl. A legendary catacomb. So there's a legendary grave with Viking guards here. I think we need to reprioritize my quests. So there's the legendary grave quest. There is the bandit camp. For far skip. And then there's the Nodron hunt for the Nodron loot. So, let's have y'all vote. And I am not working on transport pods right now because it was voted that I work on geothermal. If it was voted on to work on biofuel refinery, I would have then next worked on transport pods, but that did not garner enough votes. It did not win, so I am not doing it. The other thing I need to do is in the stockpile, I need to allow pemmican, because right now the pemmican is building up here, and that's not what I want. I don't want pemmican filling up my my kitchen. So I will do my very best, my best there ever was, at trying to do as many of the quests as I can, while maintaining raids. Okay, this was good too. Prediction. Man, good or worse keeps winning, even though people vote against it. I like how the next pair of pants was excellent. It's like, honestly, Not is just trolling you all. Here, mine here, please. And, okay, it's not some giant spider cave. Cool. Alright, so Arna and Thora are getting the hay put in. Some of that hay I hope to turn into sword dummies, and then a lot of it will just free graze. You're optimists? I wish you were right. I wish I had excellent Ravager armor, but it's just not in the cards for me. I'm a big old good or worse loser. It's just how it is. Doesn't hurt my feelings. It does hurt my feelings. Where's my sweet rolls? Guards? Guards? Yoda, did you eat my sweet roll? Someone ate 3 sweet rolls, or 7 sweet rolls, or 6 sweet rolls. I don't think they were allowed to be eaten. Folks. I don't think they were allowed to be eaten. Nobody. Are we training our wolves with sweet rolls? I don't think I had a food binge. Maybe it was on a food binge. A part of me thinks we're just feeding the sweet rolls to the wolves for training, but I could be wrong about that. But speaking of training here, Robs is now... Robs is now fully trained on Hall. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a stockpile called pet hauling. This is going to be the same stockpile crop as the other one. Actually, allow all on low. and remove corpses, because I don't really... And chunks. I don't need them moving chunks or corpses. So that the wolves can... Alright, so pet... I guess this barn, and then this one will be pet hauling. So pet hauling here is going to not allow my pets to go anywhere in here. I guess not in here either, in case there's like honey on the ground. Yep. Okay. Let's invert that, and we'll have the wolf start hauling for us, which is really going to help out, especially when the horses can do it too. So, pet hauling, free to go. Oh, you know what? Maybe avoid them the research room so they don't get it dirty, and the trap hallway so they don't go splat. Good point there, Angel, on making sure I avoid the traps. Let's go ahead and... I have a lot of meat. Actually, we just let this caribou rot out from under me. But I think we'll do the Baratheon way of hunting... Ooh, Psychosoothed male. Let's hunt the wolves first, because wolf leather is good. And keep taming the mares and the stallion. I don't think I want too many horses. As far as naming them, let's go in 6 minutes. I'm going to raffle them off 6 minutes from now. So Naz is still just cranking out the pemmican to feed us on our trip. Quest completed, mighty construction, cool. So this whole thing can get broken down if I want. Friendship with Freya is the title of the art on that. This furniture isn't... It's not furniture. It's a stele, but whatever. This furniture is engraved with a portrayal of a spelopede being slain in a cowardly, half-heartedly way. Wait a minute. Wait, I don't like this. I'm destroying that. I'm not reading the rest of that. That makes me, you know, all of it. All of it. Call me a coward. I have more bravery in my pinky than you have in your body. Okay, that is about enough of that. Let's start smelting the weapons. So, what do we have? We have harpoons and Dane axes to smelt as well, so let's add them. Wherever they are. Wait, where are they? Where's harpoon? Oh, are they not even... Okay, I guess they're just destroy weapon. I don't want to destroy them. Maybe I'll sell them at some point. We're very, very, very close to geothermal. Now, my only worry is that with the limited amount of components that I have, building geothermal generators means that I won't be able to get a fabrication bench, which is bad. I would prefer to have a fabrication bench over geothermal, obviously. Because a fabrication bench makes more components, and a geothermal just sits there and requires occasional repair. So, it's not a good trade. But maybe I can raid for some components. So once the quest that you all voted for me to go on is the bandit camp for Farskip. So that bandit camp is only 4 enemies, 4 Nords people, which is not so bad. So for that, I think I'll be sending Freya, Sven, Naz, and Crypto, or Thora. Maybe Thora, Naz, Freya, and Sven. Those 4. Modred's missing a leg, so he's not a very good mover. Arna, again, same reason. Not because he can't fight. So I have to be careful about who I bring. Oh, you know, actually, I'm going to leave Naz behind. So, 1, 2, Thora, Arna. Okay, so these 4. 1 brawler and 3 shooters. And that will be who I bring. Because Naz really needs to stay at home. Because otherwise I really don't have a farmer at all. Sorry, Naz. He's probably like, but... Dude, you idiot. Ugh. You build a trap and then immediately spring it on your head? Well, I guess we're waiting a little bit, because Mr. Sven has a giant stab scar on his foot now. Go to Red... Oh, God. Could have been worse. Could have been his neck. It also cracked his arm, too. So it hit his right shoulder and his left foot. That's quite a drop there. Not... I'm gonna have these guys daintily. You know what I should do? Knut is nimble, right? Yeah, Knut is nimble. So Knut should be the one to haul the stuff out of the traps, because nimble people trigger traps at much decreased rate, and it's a lot safer for nimble to go through traps as a result. So if I'll have to remember who else is nimble. Anyone else? I don't think so. Oh, just him. Okay. Yeah, that actually reminds me of a contractor that I had when I was a young kid. My parents got an expansion on the house that they lived in because of my siblings. The house needed to be bigger or whatever. And the contractor that they hired he was older man, and he was well respected, and he had a stroke or heart attack or something like that. I forget exactly what it was, and his son had to take over, and his son was a tool. His son was an idiot. You know, one of those, just like a meathead, I would call him, I guess. And at one point, he managed to nail gun his own foot. This is someone who is licensed contractor. Yep, he hit his own foot with a nail gun. We had to have cops called to my house a few times because he liked to cuss very, very loudly in the backyard. And at one point, my neighbors confronted him because, you know, I lived on a street with like a lot of young kids and stuff like that. And, you know, a lot of cussing was kind of just, people didn't want it. And he threatened to like beat up my neighbors because he didn't want to not cuss. He was far more concerned for looking cool and big and scary than actually doing his job well or anything like that. So then he had to go to prison. Yeah, on like assault or battery or some sort of charge. I just remember that the work on the house, all of a sudden the quality got a lot better because he went to jail. Yep. Throw him in the clink. But that story has a point that in all of his genius, he managed to injure himself with a nail gun. I think actually twice. I'd have to ask my parents about that because I was pretty young at the time, but I actually think he actually once threw his hand and once threw his foot. So he was that level of genius. It would not surprise me if he was somehow not alive nowadays, because something tells me he was just so smart he might not be alive. He was truly a stable genius. So Knut is almost done through his steel mining. Switch corn for potato. That would be a really good idea. Especially given that I don't have hydroponics. So let's go do that. It will run me a little bit of a deficit for a bit because corn does take a while. But that's fine. Don't you need to press the nail gun against the surface before it will fire? Yes, you do. But you can jerry-rig your nail gun to not require it. And that's exactly what he did. He tampered with his own... Again, young at the time, but I vaguely remember that the result was my parents were like, how did that happen? That's ridiculous. Because any reasonable person would think the same thing. And they were told that he had, like, jury-rigged his nail gun so that it could fire, like, randomly. I don't even know. I don't even know. Sometimes I love tradespeople. Sometimes they frustrate me. You're chuckling yet. Don't worry. You and me both. Oh, great. Oh, I'm sure Kim will join us now. Oh, okay. I was just checking if this was one of Kim's relatives. I don't believe it is. But hold on, let me double check. No, it's not one of Kim's relatives. Okay, that would have been extraordinarily funny. At this point, yeah, Yardik is still fresh, but Mo is not. So, Mo, if you're in the channel here, you were literally the last person to type. I don't think you're resible. You would be a zombie, but Yardik is. It's funny, because I have a table of my own, obviously, but she just chose to slap it down on the prisoner table. Like, hey, you misbehave. This is what we do to misbehavers. I do believe I have enough pemmican, so I'm going to suspend the pemmican queue. Because I have probably more than 1,200. And I'm only sending 4 people, so that's actually not that... that's a pretty good ratio. I'm trying to melt through all the weapons, because I don't think there's a single melee weapon that I have queued up that I care about, truly. Okay, so I have about 1,500, just shy of 1,500 pemmican, which is great. This is a gather spot, yeah. And that's the Corpse Obsession targets gather spots. So it's reasonable that the corpse was put there. I just find it really funny. One of the ways to stop Corpse Obsessions is to have your graves next to a table that is just a throwaway table that you use for Corpse Obsessions. That isn't what I did here. So, I had to suffer the penalties. Ooh, dead boar. And a combat supplier flying overhead. Ooh, this is just after I melted all of my weapons. Cool. Maybe they'll buy the flak or something, I don't know. So who is my best socializer? Sven still? Yeah, I think it's Sven. Well, we can always go to Colonist tab and then, what is it? Stats, Trade Price Improvement. And Sven wins a little bit over Thora. So let's have Sven do this. And we are going to sell... I'm just going to sell all of the metal stuff that we didn't get around to selling, or smelting, because I don't really care. I'm going to keep the EMP launcher, because that might come in handy. The flak armor I'm going to get rid of. Even though flak pants arguably are better than the pants I'm currently wearing. I will even sell the Ravager armor for the money. Do you have anything worth me buying? So I could hypothetically... No, I cannot afford a Zeus hammer. I would want one, though. There's also the heavy crypto axe and the crypto hatchet. So the crypto hatchet is usable with a shield. It does about 6.5 DPS with a 32 pen. And then the heavy axe does 10 with... You know, the heavy crypto axes aren't that great. They sound great, but they're not that great. I'm actually going to keep the Dane axes here and the bearded axe to melt them, because I think I'd rather have the steel than, like, a money or two. But yes, definitely buy components. You're right, Pinkalink. Definitely buy components. I do have 2 saved advanced components so I can set up the fab bench. They have a crypto pistol and a crypto rifle. Crypto rifle has a range of 27. It's not a terrible rifle. It's not extraordinarily accurate. I don't think that's how I'm going to spend my money. Just to put it out there. I think I'm just... I'll buy a crypto rifle. We have a bunch of people with terrible rifles. Oh, I guess this is... Okay, I need to uninstall this and reinstall this. So a crypto rifle does 18 damage, a stopping power of 0.7. So it will stagger and stun smaller things. It has an armor pen of about 35, which is kind of low average. It is a 3-burst rifle with 27 range. Compare that to a charge rifle, which is 15 damage, 26 range. It is it's slower firing. It's about 2/3 as fast firing as a charge rifle. About the same accuracy, about the same range. But it will freeze enemies. It will. It imparts hypothermia. And I want to haul that to my stockpile and haul the components, especially now that I have a geothermal generator coming out. But I have to be right back. Any longer, and I think I will have a ruptured organ. I'm gonna run to the bathroom for a second. A drink from the bar? I'll take one. I mean, I'm pretty good with my tea here, but... Okay, so the people that were deciding to go do the raid, right? We have Freya, who's going to be going. We have got Sven. I think am going to bring Crypto. And Arna and Thora are like fighting to be who is the most annoying. So the advantage of Thora is she does move very fast. She moves... Yeah, she moves about normal speed. Okay, it has to be Thora. But she's gonna go on some mental break, like in the middle of the fight. I mean, I just know it. So where'd that rifle go? We were hauling... Oh, Crypto, can you uninstall this and reinstall this? And then... Sven... Oh, no, just grab the rifle first. With my luck, it would have been immediately used as a target for, like, a social fighter, or, whatever. Thora for the raid, yes. Definitely Thora for the raid, because she's much faster than Arna. Arna's missing a leg. But I think both of them are kind of terrible choices. I hope to make them happier, but let's see what they're complaining about. They're ravenously hungry, which is really no fault of my own because there's 15 meals here. They're both hungry, but that's because they're been on break a while. So they had to be rough, not unsightly, drowsy, sweaty. I don't know. They're just complaining. I can fix the sweaty though. I'll do that. I'll hit them with a crypto weapon. They won't be sweaty anymore. All right, there we go. Now they're not gonna be sweaty. There's no more source of heat. In fact, there's no more source of light. In fact, I'm in the dark. So before I leave, I would very much like to get the geothermal generator sort of ready to go. so that we don't have power outages. Because one of the challenges that we're going to have is whoever gets left behind is going to be stuck defending the base. And the base is a lot harder to defend if I'm having rolling blackouts due to power outages. So that will be a top priority. And in the smelt weapon, adding a Dane axe to it. Modred has a peg leg, yes. He does. Horse naming. Oh, right, yes. My bad. All right. Just because I forgot to, 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes and I'll raffle these guys off. I apologize. I totally lapsed my mind. So there are horses. Horses are pack animals. They're very fast. They're 5.8 cells per second, which is far faster than a normal person. They don't eat too much, which is great. They have a very low minimal handling skill. They can graze, which is fantastic, and they live to 30. And these guys are juveniles to, early age, whatever. Let me clear this out. So 2 more minutes, and I'll raffle those 2 off, and then we're gonna head on the rage shortly thereafter. Sweet rolls. Okay, Sven, just keep doing your prayer. Okay, we are... Oh, I should also melt warhammers. Yes. I'm going to have to remember to cease my weapon smelting once we're all said and done. In fact, excellent to awful. Masterworks will keep. Nope, about to be brownout. I cannot wait until I no longer have brownouts. Bring on all of the beautiful geothermal power. Which really does make this a lot like Iceland, doesn't it? If I'm not incorrect, Iceland is notorious for having a ridiculous amount of geothermal. Because it's, a volcanic island and they heavily rely on geothermal. So we are like Icelandic, I guess. Which is kind of cool. It's like sort of historical in a way. All right, so we're down. Crypto is just building. Heated bubble bath, yeah. I was actually born in a town known for geothermal springs. Let's cut this tree. It's blocking solar or a wind, whatever it's called. Okay, horse time. Oh boy, that is a name. Komitaji. I'll make you the stallion. That seems to be a very masculine-ish name. And next up, just use Comey. Okay, I can use Comey. That really helps out. And, ooh, Glitch. Glitch, you win everything. I really do need a rigged emote here. Because... I mean, I think you watch me probably more than anyone else, but these giveaways are totally random. They have no bearing on watch time, so the fact that you often win is just ridiculous. It's a feature, not a glitch. I love that. Oh, another thing I need to do is build a little roof out here to stop forest fires, because this steel door is flammable. That means Naz has to cut that down. All right, here we go. Let there be light. Boom. We now have excess power. I do want to, before, I guess you guys know this, but before YouTube is like, hey, you have other geothermal generators. Yes, I know. I need to save up my components for a fab bench. I don't want to be rude, but fab benches are very, very, very important because as far as I can tell, there is not a renewable source of, well, not renewable, but there are, unless I go really deep mining into the mountains, I don't think that there's any more components here. And because of the rules of this series, I'm only allowed to settle cavernous, mountainous, boreal forests, and there's just not that many of them. Around me, there is like none. This right here, this one spot is the only spot near me that I am, by the rules of this series, allowed to settle. This one too. So there's this and here. So there's two. Was there an arbitrator that I missed? Nope. Please make rooms floor. I don't know what you mean. Oh, here's another mare. You were tamed at night, so you're going to be nightmare. Yeah, I'm so clever. There's actually a reason why I haven't actually put floors in anywhere. It's because I don't want to clean them. So having dirt floors means no cleaning, which is kind of nice. I was playing multiplayer RimWorld, the mod, with a friend of mine yesterday, and I named one of my donkeys Quixote, or Hote, rather. We laughed, but then I felt really bad about how lame I am. Yes, I did it. Donkey Hote. I know. It was a low-hanging fruit, and I fell for it. That name was foolish. Alright, so as soon as, Thora, I guess, has catharsis for 2 days, so I think come daybreak, we will head out. So Crypto, Sven, Thora, Naz, or not Naz, Crypto, Freya, okay, these four. I'm going to get them out of order. So the four in front are going to go. Rad jokes? You betcha. So right now I'm researching biofuel refinery. Oh, something's attacking me, I think. Usually I get this sound when bad things are happening. She's Radar Deluxe. You are now Nightmare. Congratulations. Also very rigged, yes. Klein. That's an inside joke. But I love that one. Okay, everybody's up. Let's go. So I did say, what time is it? 35, okay. We're heading to this bandit camp. Form caravan, go here. We're bringing... They're out of order now. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Freya. Yeah. Crypto. No, not Naz. Thora. Okay. That's right. Don't bring the meals. Bring Pem. Oh, you know what? I gotta fix this for a second. So let's zoom in and assign almost everything, which should be berries, milk, forget raw honey. Pemmican, forget sweet rolls. So sweet rolls are just something I eat like as a specialty. In fact, these four raiders, I'll have them gobble down sweet rolls right before they leave as a thing. So now let's do that again because I need to calculate how long of a journey it is and how much food to bring. So it's about 1.6 days travel time. That's not that bad. We are going to be traveling with Sven, Crypto, Freya, Thora. They will be bringing all the horses for carry weight. The horses will eat the berries, probably. All right, I'm going to bring 1,000 pemmican, which is overkill. I think you all know. Ridiculously overkill. Bring 12 meds and 1, 2, 3, 4 beds. Let's also bring Mead? Someone has to miss out on one mead. Man, I really hope a caravan takes these Thrumbleborns soon. I don't really have any other drugs, but I'll work on that. So I think we're good. Send. And then everybody before they go gets one sweet roll. So a sweet roll, if you look at the benefit here, where is my benefit for eating a sweet roll? It's just like a recreation thing, I guess. Food consumption. It's kind of like insect jelly, I suppose. So everybody take a sweet roll. Alright, and then my Rad's Raiders are heading out to get Far Skip. And we're loading up Glitch, Cheese, and Comey. Will being a higher sub be the reason why you win? No. So the way that Nightbot works is it's just active in the last 15 minutes subscribers. That's it. If you've typed something in 15 minutes, within 15 minutes of me hitting roll it, which is the button I have, all it does is it takes a look at every subscriber that I have and just randomly picks one. That's the way it's designed. So if it is, I haven't actually checked the code. So if it's like secretly in the background giving higher tiered subs better chances, I don't know about it, but it's possible. Oh, wasn't it 4 enemies? Yes, it is 4 Vikings. That's what I'm going against. 4 Vikings. And it's a bandit camp. And then after the 4 Vikings, we can vote on what's next. Yep. Nightbot never picks you. Well, I wish I could. I mean, I don't know of a better egalitarian way of going. Actually, I do, and I'm going to be using it in Western Settlers, which is my next Twitch Toolkit series, which will be coming out soonish. That's going to be a lot. I'm attempting for it to be a lot more fair. I'm not necessarily going to promise you I've done it right, but an attempt will be made. Another thing I could do to help out space here is stockpiling my blocks and steel here. So raw resources preferred out here. That is not plant matter, jade, gold, silver, or uranium, or wood. Okay. There's rice holding my crops open. It doesn't really matter. Both rooms are about equal temperature. Also, looking at my dwindling meat supply, let's go hunting. So, elk, ibex. I'll try to tame that last stallion or wild boar. I don't really care what we hunt. Need a warden. Uh-oh, Sven left. Naz, good luck. No pressure. Yeah, elk would be ideal, but I'm not going to be too picky. Another thing I'm going to do is the smelt weapon. I'm only going to do a small radius, so we don't go running forever to smelt stuff. That will save me a lot of time. Yeah, Freya's really been slacking. The fact that I have harvestable, yielding... Oh, well, there's the... Yeah, okay. That's the ticket. I was wondering when Naz was going to have a conniption, and it's right now. He is either... I'm glad he's not comatose like he used to be. Like, he used to be almost religiously comatose, if I can use that word probably incorrectly. He was just always unconscious. He's just like, alright, I'm done with life. You know, splat. And a cold snap. Oh, good. Life just got so much easier. Ooh, look, honey. Oh, the you know what? I also need a handler. Modred or Arna, I guess it's going to be you. Good luck. Ooh, while you're standing here, haul this plasteel, please. Oh, actually, oh dear. I'm not going to caravan it. I don't want to be yelled at on YouTube, so. I'm a wuss. Naz just broke the door near this. Yep. And all my hay grass is going to die. Okay. Yep. Hey, at least the horses aren't here. They're out grazing happily, marching towards a bandit camp. Let me just make it known that it is the 11th of August, and it is -6, or -21 Celsius if you aren't, like, into freedom units. Cannot make sweet rolls, need material. What you talking about? What material do you need? I guess more eggs, maybe? So biofuel refinery just got researched. Let's get, teleport. Where should I put my refinery? It's kind of a permanent thing. You can't uninstall these, so where you put them, you kind of stuck with it. I'll put it next to my comms console, because they're kind of similar. But actually, no, because that... Well, eventually I don't really want an orbital trades beacon here. I'm going to want like some wide open area, like out here, eventually. I don't really know. I don't really know where to put this thing. I'll put it... Should I put it like... Oh yeah, the ambrosia. Well, actually, ambrosia is fairly cold resistant. But what's likely going to happen here is that the wild animals are going to eat it for nutrients. Because it's not going to die off very quickly. Unlike, as you can see, literally everything else died off. And it's pretty similar to heel root in that regard. Heel root is very cold hardy. It's just when things get cold, wild critters are going to eat it first because there's really no other nutrient sources. Someone from Aberrant's clan's coming in. Does handling the bee handling the bees increase? I have no idea. I haven't played the this mod enough to be able to answer that. But we do have a combat supplier. I hope that was haul Luciferium and not take Luciferium. Here, I'm just going to haul it with Naz. I'm just moving everything into the trade zone. And let's remove the roof. I don't know who my best trader is because Thor is gone too. She was in my number 2. So it falls to Naz at 4% price. Oh, yippee. Alright. Looking here. I'm going to sell the Luciferium because I think it's dangerous for me to keep it. Sorry, poor Lino. You're probably cussing me out right now. What else to get rid of? Crypto crossbow? Damage 12, range 29. Yeah, I'm leaning towards it. I'm leaning towards it. Let's buy a crossbow. Arna, you deserve it. Quick shrink. I just wish that I had someone buy these Thrumbohorn, because obviously these are worth a ton of money, and it just no one is coming to buy it. Oh, why did the... Oh, I kept that, yeah. Alright, so another thing I'm going to need to do is make more Ravager armor, and I don't have the leather. So, get skinning, people. Wait, get skinning, comma, people. Punctuation really matters in that sentence. Just wanted to make it clear that, okay. Yep. It's like, let's eat, Grandma. Let's eat, Grandma. Yep, those two sentences, same words, different meaning. All right, to this lady, we can sell her the jelly for a little bit of silver. Actually, better than selling the jelly, maybe you should just take some of the junk. Oh, wow, that junk weapon's not worth anything. Here, you can have my pants. And crummy shirts. And you can't even afford them. Give me your herbal. I'll give you my pants. Cool. Fair trade. And here we go. Here's the base. Base raid. All right. Do you have mortars? No, you're... Why would you? You're Vikings. You're tribal. Oh, this is going to be so easy. Like taking... Oh, in before I've cursed myself, but... Taking candy from a baby. All right. Sending the horses here in this little corral, let's call it, to keep them away from enemies and safer. And the weapons these guys have are... You are, what, a pacifist? Did you forget your weapon? This lady literally doesn't even have a weapon. The wooden sword and a harpoon. Guys, I think we'll be okay. I think I've over-prepared a little bit. And 2 harpoons, okay. So harpoon range is decently ranged, but like, I'm gonna be fine. All right, everybody attack Lost Felt. Freya, stand out front. So I did just get 1 hit with the crypto rifle, and as you can see, it has imparted some hypothermia. Look at this nut job right here. What are you gonna hug me to death? All right, you guys fire on her. No, don't bother with that. Two just died at once. Miss hug you to death, got her leg cut off, and then this guy died some hell else. Let's take a look. Ooh. So Bjorn here would be a great person to recruit. Hard work, quick sleeper, ascetic. Locust is a drug body purist. Okay, so all of you murder him. Sven and Crypto go bash Erickson. Because I want Erickson alive. Freya, if you want to go... Okay, you stun? Don't go nowhere. Thora, don't shoot her. Oh, she died. Okay. Freya. I'm trying to take a prisoner here because they have pretty reasonable skill. So, it's a bash. It's a monster bash. Okay. She is completely unharmed permanently. She barely stabbed Sven because she made a sword out of wood. Like a genius. And we're good. We're very, very good. Thor, how's your medicine? Sucks. Freya, sucks. You don't even do it. Crypto and... Alright, they'll have to heal each other. No, don't self-tend. I'm also going to have them use the herbal that I brought, which is on the horses. So let's get the horses here. Maybe I won't wait for the horses. And this raid was worthless, but I was paid for it. Where's my payment? Oh, Farskip, there it is. So just a little reminder here, it was historical Farskip and Camp Loot. Camp Loot let me down, because as you can see, the loot here was just a bunch of awful beds. It's so troll. But we also got Erickson. So what I'm going to do is claim these beds and turn them into a temporary prison, treating her medically, and then we'll march her and her people, or march her back to the camp and try to recruit her in the long run. Yeah, there's not even, there's not nothing here. And obviously I'm not going to bother caravaning steel back to my base with my horses. That's that's like the utmost level of pointlessness that I've ever heard of in my life. So, yeah, whatever. I got far skip, so that's fine. All right, so Erickson, you were bruised and bruised only. She's no longer even incapable of walking, so it's going to be really, really easy to bring her home. Sven, it's kind of late at night, but maybe if you... What is the light level out here? 38%? Okay, so removing the roof helped out a little bit. Is the heal root harvestable? It is, but I did not bring... I did not really bring any plant cutters. So Thora and Crypto will try. Well, actually, they're just going to eat some berries and go to sleep. Oh, yeah, we're getting some. Let's see. Schedule, work. Go. Oh, I'm fairly certain I just told you to work, Thora. She's like wandering. She's like, huh, work? What's that? Ooh, that is really cool. Hee. Arna's like, well, it's a cool weapon, but I suck with it. Alright, Thora, plant cut. That would be why. That is my bad. Alright, Arna. It is a crypto bow. And I am the greatest hunter in the world. Oh my god, their skill is so bad. Okay, that's all the harvestable ones, so we're good to go. You reform, go home, bring prisoner, bring mead. None of the armor is worth taking because it's all rotted. You know, it's all tainted. And send. Okay. One other thing that I need to do is I only have one prison cell here. And I am going to need another makeshift prison cell. I think that YouTube sort of decided this for me. Or rather, they suggested that I make some sort of barracks-style longhouse for my Vikings, so that they all live in the same room. It would solve Modred's jealousy problems, because he would have the same bedroom as everyone else. Maybe he'd be a bit jealous of my prisoners or whatever, but so that's a thought. And that, when I do some future renovations, might be something I end up doing. Another thing I probably need to do is, okay, forget that grow zone. I don't think there's any mature trees out here. I think because of the toxic fallout and the very slow grow rate of the world, that all of these trees are just juvenile or whatever. I don't think any of them are actually full yield, which is kind of ridiculous. Hey, look, we have cave elk. Yep. Yeah, there's like barely any full-grown trees. That's brutal. You'd think with all the fertilizer of corpses, there'd be more. So, with that said, I should be very careful about the amount of wood I use. Meaning, use standing lamps over torches. Yep. So we'll do the best we can. Om nom nom. Tasty corpse. So Ghostmo, how are you doing? You are no train at all. Tame some turkeys for eggs? It's really not a bad idea. Once Freya gets home, I can start to work towards that. I could definitely tame a bunch of female turkeys. But no one can do it until Freya's home. Do I have anything worth trading? No, I really don't. I was thinking I'm out here next to Coon Cut. Maybe I could do some trading, but there really isn't any point. There is the possibility of going to the Nodrin hunt, but probably not with a prisoner. That would be a little extra complicated. Female turkeys do lay unfertilized eggs. Yeah, that's a good point. So some critters, like tortoises in this game, for instance, I think, don't quote me, I think it's the case, we won't lay eggs unless they're fertilized, whereas other critters, like chickens, will lay eggs regardless. So you have to be careful, because not all things that lay eggs can lay unfertilized eggs, which is the requirement to have, you know, egg rolls. Or sweet rolls. I guess sweet rolls are egg rolls, technically. That's a weird, weird thought. That's a very weird thought. We have a hare gone mad. Better than a mare gone mad. Oh, you know what? I never grabbed this insect jelly. That's foolish of me. I'll have to grab that at some point. Ends in 1 minute. Hi, Knut. Oh, God. Of course, it is the man who cannot fight. It's just a hare. Get the holy hand grenade. You'll be fine. Do it. Do it. Do it not. He did it. That's not how you fight. I don't know. That's how Knut fights. Knut fights dirty. So, biofuel. I never really decided where I was going to put my refinery. What if I put it here? No. See, the thing is, I know I'm going to be significantly I'll just put it here or something. I don't know. I'm going to regret putting it here. I don't have a good laid out base. So that's sort of the problem. I did start a minute or two late and ran to the loo, so what I'm going to do is probably play just up until Sven's caravan gets home. And we grab the prisoner. Now, about the prisoner. Madrid and Freya. So what I'm going to do is put this table here. Okay, Freya. It's moving up there. Nope, right there. Madrid. Moving down here with your statue and your heater. I'm actually going to need another heater, which is sad because I don't want to use the components. Right, this is going to be a prison bed. I'm setting this up to be a prison barracks like before. And I will set this up with fur beds because I think anything short of fur beds and they will be hypothermic. Actually, I don't remember how well insulated what's her name was, our prisoner. I don't recall. What is this? Standing lamp? Oh, we don't want a standing lamp in there. But whatever, you can build it. I'll just move it. And then Sven, when he comes home, will be able to make that prison cell bed thing. Up until I have it, what I can do is just a sleeping spot. Pew, pew, pew. Love it. Oh, I have a fur bed in storage. Yeah, that's a good point. Let me just use that. And we have Arna, you are a constructor. So actually, Arna, construct these things. She's like, but I've been busy. She's also not done any construction, because if she had, we wouldn't have a broken down carry this. All right, so here's the prison cell. And we'll have 2 beds rather. My warden was Naz. Naz, you have to take him to the bed. Thank you. And then this is Modred's. It's the nicest bedroom, so he won't be pissed at me. And then this will be Freya's when she gets home. And she'll be home in just a minute. So, hey, you're getting an extra minute or 2. No, it's going to be really important for me to protect this far skip until Sven hits 6. I shouldn't use it before then. Man, this power source is just glorious. I love it. Resistance is 18, so it's going to be a little while until Kim joins us. Which is funny, because Naz is related to Kim. They're some sort of kin. Where is Kim? He's somewhere in this list of... Well, I guess he's living kin. Where would it be? Dude, he's your... Oh, here he is. I don't really know how they're related to one another, to be honest. Just distantly. But, yeah, they're related. Wall what up? Oh, wall my base up. Yeah, I need to add this door, if that's what you're referencing. That is so unbelievably long overdue. Done. Something that should have been done years ago. That got done now. You're such a bad shooter. Could I just break down the extra wind turbine? I could. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to break it down, but I'm going to wait until I have a little bit more geothermal. Probably wait until, maybe I'll just break it down. I don't know. Oh my god, Arna, you are terrible at that. Just stop. Alright, so everybody's home. Now, the first thing we need to do is take Erickson to the... take Erickson to the prison cell so that she doesn't, like, wander off. She needs to be escorted. I'm a little worried about these horses. Well, one, the horses have material, let's call it. So let's call this unloading. And we'll put the horses here for a second so I can unload them and not have to haul stuff. I'm a little worried about the lack of stuff worthy of grazing for the horses because there doesn't really seem to be a lot of food sources, which is, in the long run, going to be kind of a problem if I keep getting cold snaps. Now, it's not a cold snap right now. It's 54 Fahrenheit out, which is actually pretty mild. That's like nearly t-shirt weather, or t-shirt weather, depending who you are. But with that said, that's still not ideal growing temperatures as far as the game's concerned. It's like the lower cusp of growing temperature. But there's my grazers. Let's try to put hay back into the ground, but I think you all know what the hay is going to happen to my hay. It's going to go very dead very soon. Sven should be here any second with our Lass of Honor. I love that face mask and pigtails. I'm so very confused by who she is. She's also ascetic, and that means that I could stick her in a little 2x1 cell and she'd be fine. So there's another argument to be made. Maybe I should have a tiny little cell, but I want her to eat on a table, so I guess I'm going to be okay with the setup she has now. We'll just call it good enough. Thank you all for watching episode 31 of The Blades of Ragnarok. So, my outros are usually pretty generic, and this one, well, it isn't. It's going to be a little off script, I guess. I mean, I want to invite you to watch The Blades of Ragnarok live, but chances are, if you're on episode 31 of a YouTube series, you're committed to YouTube. That's fine. And if you're about to comment in the comments below, but you feel like you should be discussing it, I really do invite you to join Discord. Discord is a place where we can chat about things. It's a hubbub. It's a way for everybody to stay in touch with one another. I do hope that you have enjoyed this series so far, and I am excited to bring you more episodes and more streams to come. Thank you all so very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you in an upcoming stream or next episode. Farewell, everybody.